Good morning, Stephen Talbot here. Today is Monday, August 28th, and I did not upload a video on Saturday or Sunday, which I'm very, very aware of. Believe me, it was killing me not to upload a video. I couldn't think of anything to talk about. So I just talked to my Aunt Linda, who said, do you really have to have like a point? I mean, on the days that you have a point, great, but if you don't have a point, then, why not still upload the video and just talk about what you're feeling and talk about the changes that you're seeing in your body and the emotional changes and whatever thoughts are going through your head. And I thought, she's right. The big thing for me is the reason I wanted to have a video so bad every day is because I don't want to get out of the habit of doing this, because it is like therapy for me. And so anyway, even though I don't have a specific topic to talk about, maybe it will come to mind. The reason I'm uploading this video is because these videos are really for me. I hope that other people get things out of them, but at the end of the day, they are very therapeutic for me. So I'm very happy to have you here with me watching this video right now, even though it is maybe pointless. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I'm sitting in the car right now because I'm about to go to Kroger because I'm out of kale. Or I'm out of my greens to juice. I've been juicing every day, and I know I've talked about juicing several times, but if you're not juicing, I strongly encourage that you do it, because I'm not a vegetable eater at all. Like, I can't even, I'm a meat and potatoes person. I like sweets too, but if you were to give me the choice between a piece of cake and a steak, I'd probably take the steak. Yeah, so I'm out of kale, and the juicing, yes. So you would think that vegetable juice would taste really gross, and I've tried to have some of my friends taste it, and they're like, ew, they smell it, and they're like, ew, that's gross. But I promise that maybe it's the combination. Maybe your taste buds actually react to future experiences with a certain food based on the way that it makes your body feel the first time. Because I can tell you, honestly, I remember being pretty shocked by how the vegetable juice tasted the first time. It tasted much better than I anticipated it to taste. But I think the reason I like it so much, and the reason that I have this great memory of it tasting so wonderful and delicious, is because it makes every cell in my body scream for more. I'm not even kidding you. Drinking one juice is like the equivalent of I guarantee you, one juice, like one 16-ounce juice, that's more vegetables than I had eaten previously in an entire 6 months, or maybe even a year. So all those nutrients, it just gives me such energy, and I just scream. My body is just, every cell is like, give me more! Oh my God, give me more! I want more! It's wonderful. So if you haven't done that, then I strongly encourage you to at least try juicing. You do need a juicer. It's a bitch to clean, I ain't gonna lie. And it sucks to clean. But, there's all this talk about, online and on YouTube and stuff like that, there's all this talk about, well, you can't really have the juice after, you have to drink it right away, because if you don't, then all the nutrients just escape into the air. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know what scientific research has been done, but I do know that my cells scream for more of the shit. And this is after I put it into a big, a container with a lid on it, but I drink it for several days after I've juiced it. So I don't know what all these other people are juicing with, but I can tell you that my cells love it, even if it's 2 or 3 days old. So there's that. The other thing, maybe I did have an agenda, I don't know. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, let me show you. I briefly talk about the weather all the time, and even though it's raining, we need the rain, and I love the rain anyways, but here you go. I'm getting rained on, so I hope that was enough. It's rainy outside, is my point of doing that. So this morning when I got up, I guess we all get into these habits, right? The last time that I lost weight and I was exercising every day, I got into the habit of working out in a gym. And so I did a treadmill every day. I tried, after doing the treadmill, I tried to walk outside, and I didn't like it because I was so used to the treadmill and the bounce of the treadmill or whatever. And now it's the opposite. This time around, I didn't have a gym membership, and so I jog sometimes and walk around the Bicentennial Mall. And the Bicentennial Mall obviously is outdoors, and it's and not just the Bicentennial Mall. I walk like through urban Nashville, and I tried to do a treadmill at a hotel a couple of times, and I did not like it because I thought, how boring is this shit? Why would I want to stay in one stationary spot listening to closed caption of CNN talking about all the horrible things in the world, which I really don't care to see, and literally watching a wall in front of me, and walking on this conveyor belt when I could be outside enjoying the world and people watch and nature and all that. Which I know that there's a big hiking community that my aunt and my aunt's boyfriend are a part of. David, hi David, hi Linda. And I haven't hiked in years, and I'm definitely ready to go hiking. I think that I would really love that, as long as, I don't know, if there's lots of spiders coming out of trees and stuff. But I'd be willing to give it a shot. I'm such a girly girl when it comes to bugs. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about, I guess, is the rain. And what do you do? What do you do in the rain when it's raining and you're used to walking outside? So I have a couple of ideas and a couple of things that I've done. The first thing that I've done is, if you live in an urban area, you can walk in a parking garage. You can walk, round and round and round and round and up and down in a parking garage. And I've done that many times. But usually when I've done it before, it was raining on the weekend. And so there were actually no cars in the parking garage. Today is a Monday, and so it's full of cars. And so when I first woke up today and it was raining, I have to admit I was a little disappointed. But I thought, I'm not going to let the rain stop me from walking. I've walked every day for at least 2 months, even on weekends, like every day. I have not missed a beat. I've done longer stints and shorter stints, but I've never done less than 2.87 miles, around something like that. Because I know that it takes 21 days to form a habit. And, the first 21 days were tough. It was tough to get up and be like, okay, I've got to do this. But if you can make yourself do it, do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. For me, it was walk every day. For 21 days, even prior to 21 days, like around the 18-day mark, it started to become a habit. Where the first thing that I wanted to do when I woke up, literally the first thing, or technically, or philosophically, that I wanted to do when I woke up was literally, I use that word a lot. Me and my aunt were just talking about how people use that word wrong, in the wrong context all the time. But, guilty. My habit became, putting on my, ooh, I just talked about spiders. There was a spider in my car. Oh. They're God's creatures, but I do not like them. It became a habit for me to get up every single morning and put on my shoes, and it became something that, I had company a couple of times that spent the night with me, and I'm a quick learner. I learned really quickly that if I wake up and there's other people there that are walkers or whatever, if I get caught up in, talking to them and I can't get away from them, then I feel like, it's almost like I feel like I haven't had my shower of the day, or I haven't had I don't drink coffee, but I could equate it to like, oh my God, I can't even function without my morning coffee, right? So I can't function at all. Like, I feel lost, and like I can't even think until I get my walking out of the way, which is a great habit to have. But my point is, if you have not done it, then I strongly encourage you to do it. Just set yourself a goal to go for at least 18 to 21 days. Just promise yourself and make a commitment to do it every single day for 21 days. And I promise you, it will change your life. It's already changed mine. And I had a lot of crazy shit going on in my life, and it has changed my life big time. I'm more confident, and I'm still in my aunt's ideas, because she just got done telling me to talk about this kind of stuff, and it just sort of is coming together. So thank you, Linda. I love you. I feel more confident in myself and in my surroundings and with other people, and I feel like I'm actually, so it's raining, right? Look at all that rain. Yay, rain! Uh, I found out that the YMCA, so there's a YMCA that's downtown, and it's a beautiful looking YMCA. I heard they have a rooftop pool and all this stuff. So for days like this, you know, I think it would be really cool to have a YMCA membership. And when I worked for Dell in the past, I made a lot of money at Dell. And I remember them telling me that my membership was going to cost like $75 a month, and I was like, fuck that. Like, I can go and get a membership at tons of other gyms for way less. But they do their memberships on a sliding scale. And so right now I'm pretty poor, and I'm going through a pivot. You know what that means, a pivot? It's like you're this direction in your life or your business or whatever, and things change. The conditions change, the environment changes, the opportunity is just not the same anymore, and you just sort of had to figure out what that next move is. What is that next move? You can't stay on the same path that you're on, right? Because if you do, you're going to fail. But sometimes you just have to pivot. So it's like a ball on a joint. You got to pivot it. So right now I'm pivoting because I was doing my Airbnb business. Nashville's going through lots of different regulations, and so I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm pivoting to something else. So anyway, I'm going to go right now to get my YMCA membership, which is going to be based on my income. I don't know how much I'll have to pay, probably less than $15 a month, or maybe even free, I don't know. The YMCA of Middle Tennessee, if you happen to be in this area, has a program called the Open Doors Program. I called and talked to them about it today, and their philosophy is that, you know, they believe that access to fitness and wellness should be made available to everyone, which is a great philosophy to have, because I completely agree, especially because, you know, I was able to pay the $75 in the past, and would have probably, you know, actually I wouldn't have gladly paid it because it was too much damn money. So yeah, it's cool to have a sliding scale based on your income, but just because I make more doesn't mean I want to pay more. There's that side of it, right? But the other side is, how much value am I getting out of this? Am I getting $75 a month worth of value? No. Then of course I'm not going to pay $75 a month. So if anybody from the YMCA happens to be watching this, I would strongly encourage you to re-evaluate the way that you charge for membership. I love the sliding scale idea for lower income based people, but there's got to be a cap. Like, just because I make $1 million does not mean I'm going to pay 1,000 times more than someone who makes $10,000 just because I have more money. That's ridiculous. But I don't want to get into the political aspect of anything. So on that note, I'm going to wish you well, say that I love you, and say that I always hope you enjoy yourself. Until next time.